there, friends! If you have been looking for ideas to improve your bullet journal or to track your goals, this video is just for you. I recently discovered this change journal. This is from Leuchtturm 1917, and I have been loving it. I have been wanting to do a review on this. It's not a notebook, this is actually a book. I wanted to finish it in order to be able to do like an in-depth review of this book. Basically, this book shows you or talks about 24 methods for self-optimization. This notebook caught my attention when I saw it on the Leuchtturm website, and I saw that it was also available on Amazon. So I did find some great ideas in here, and I want to share them with you, because I did find things that I decided to implement in my own like change journal or growth journal, wellness journal. This is a lot of things for me. So if you saw my video where I set up this, well, this is all me, the wellness part, but some ideas from here I decided to implement with tracking my goals and my personal like aspirations and things like that. I won't go over every single method that this book recommends because this video will be extremely long, but I will share with you some of the ideas that I found interesting and that I would like to implement in my planners and my journals. As you can see, I did read the whole thing and I marked those methods that really caught my attention and I thought that would be very interesting to try. The tabs on this side are the methods that I actually implemented on my wellness journal. So yeah, let's look inside. So like a very quick overview, this one you can find it on the Leuchtturm website. You can also find it on Amazon. It is around $40. It is pricey, but for me, as someone who's looking for different methods and ideas to improve my planning process and my journaling process, I think it was personally a good investment. This one, it only comes in two colors, this gray cover, hardcover, and there's like a fuchsia hardcover. This is an A5 notebook. This is way thicker than your average Leuchtturm notebook. Maybe twice as thick, or a little less, like almost twice as thick. It comes with this belt, and it has some information about the notebook. It says 24 methods for self-optimization. Each method is only 5 minutes per day, and basically this journal tries to answer the questions: how can I make the most of my potential? How can I boost my productivity? How do I get a clear idea of what my goals are? It has the title here, Change Journal, very minimal. So aside from this looks pretty much like most of your Leuchtturm notebooks. 2 bookmarks, the elastic band, Leuchtturm 1917. It has the back pocket with the regular stickers. I took one of them from here. And then you have your book where you can add your information. So yeah, it gives you some information about the journal, and here are the 24 ideas for you. You can jump to the ones that interest you. You have a checkbox where you can mark the ones that you have read or you have tried, whatever you want to do with these checkboxes. It gives you a website address where you can find examples for all the templates that they mention in here. And then it jumps right in. So it has like several chapters, like there's for tracking water. Tracking water has never been an issue for me, so I didn't try it. Gratitude, and as you can see, these are what the templates look like. It has like the days of the week and the date. So if you want to see if something here, one of these methods works for you, you can actually try it in here. I think this book is best suited for people who like to bullet journal and are looking for ideas to implement inside their bullet journals, or just overall people who are looking for different methods for self-improvement. So for example, here with gratitude, it asks the question, for what, whom am I grateful? How does he, she, it enrich my life? How would my life be without this person or thing? And all the pages throughout the book have these like water drops to track your water and to like mark your low light, your highlight, what can I change? I guess you can rate something. So if you want to try everything single method in here, or just a handful of them, you can rate how well it worked for you, your low light, trying to implement it, your highlight, and what would you change to see if maybe it's something that works for you, but with some modifications. And for example, for gratitude, it gives you the same 3 questions, and it gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a week to try this out. And at the end of every single method they recommend, they have like this book gives you a weekly review. So what am I thankful for? What did I learn? And did you find it easy to take daily notes of the things you were thankful for? And then you answer these questions. So this one is basically the bullet journal method. They just call it the circle trick. But it's like a dot for a mini task, a circle for a new task. I marked it because I thought it was interesting, the different keys that they suggest in here. So they have new task, previously started task. You can even identify the kinds of tasks you're doing, like E for email, T for task. Important, urgent, delete, delegate to, task semi-completed, task carried out, task canceled. So this is very similar to the bullet journal method. I'm just showing it as maybe an alternative if you're not convinced about the keys that the bullet journal method suggests. Another one that I marked, I love this one. Let me show you. Okay, so this is for when you want to start a new habit. If you have been following me on my channel, that has been my thing for the past year. And for example, here I marked like leave sugar. By the way, I was successful this year in leaving sugar. At the beginning of the year, I would have like do you know those Kinder chocolates that have like 5 chocolate bars? I would have one of those daily, at least one of those. And right now I'm at a point where I just stopped craving chocolate, and I am super happy about that. For that particular goal, I found that tracking what I eat my own way worked better. So basically I just track sugar, carbs, and things that I want to stop eating. I don't pressure myself. But yeah, I thought this was a great idea for starting a new habit. So it gives you 2 months, well, more than 2 months, because you have 66 days. You write your goal or the habit you want to develop, your start date, and your end date. Here I wrote, like, I did some notes for myself, like, okay, I'm going to substitute sugar with matcha, coffee, tea, things like that. So I won't just like cut like cold. I'm giving myself some options. And you start crossing the days that you were successful doing it. I had to erase, go back, start again. And then I realized I was happier doing it this way. But I thought this was a great idea, and it gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have enough space to try out 5 different habits. And they all have the same layout. For 66 days I will, and then you write what you're going to do, start date, finish date, and some space for notes. I thought it was a very cool idea. And This one I actually added it into my goal journal. Maybe you saw it here. So this in here you answer the question, where do I want to go? You have your start, and your finish, like life. Where do you want to go in your life? And then you have 1 year, 5 years, and then your life, and then there's like your private goals and your job, and the same for 5 years and life. I thought it was a very neat layout. This one is interesting. So this one, if you have a very hard time setting goals and maybe developing new habits, so no more excuses. So you write down your favorites, your favorite excuses for not doing things, and what can I do to eliminate them? What's my deadline to eliminate these excuses? And how do I reward myself after eliminating one? I thought this could be a very interesting exercise. The next one is, if you're struggling with anxiety, you may basically answer the question, what stresses me out? You write down your stress factors, and you evaluate these stress factors. So you answer the question, will it still be relevant in 10 hours, in 10 days, in 10 years? What will I do about it? I thought this part about putting into perspective the things that stress you out was a very interesting exercise. So this is to evaluate where you are. So it has like this web where you have 1 through 10, spirit, soul, finance, health, job, and love. And I guess you mark in this web where you are to kind of see which areas of your life you need to work on. This is great if you just graduated from college and you're like working on applications. So basically the recommendation here is to have a point to start with your basic information when you do resumes. So you have like this template with all the basics: name, profession, education, current job, previous jobs, etc. And your awesomeness list. So you write your top skills. This could also work as a motivation when you feel down about not achieving something. You remind yourself what makes you awesome. This one is to develop the habit of reading more. So basically you have increments of 6 minutes, 6, 12, 18, and then all the way to 48 minutes. And then you answer the questions, how easy was reading today, simple, okay, painful. And it says for every 6 minutes I've read, tick off one of the above fields. I guess it means, here. So you mark how much you read each day. And then again, you have your weekly review. Then, I talk about this one on the video where I set up my Hobonichi weeks. One of my Hobonichi weeks is my 1% planner. The whole idea here is that you track aggregation of marginal gains. The goal is 1% improvement across the board. So those little steps, tiny steps that get you closer to your goal. They're tiny steps, but they matter. And that's the whole point here, to make sure you notice those things that matter, no matter how small they are. And it says, a little better today. What's your 1% project? Maybe your 1% project is saving to go on a trip to, in my case, Japan. Okay, my 1% maybe will be to save $1 every day, or maybe $10 a month, whatever I can, just those tiny steps. Maybe your goal is to read more. Okay, your 1% maybe is 1 page every day or 2 pages. All those little steps matter. So you write down what's your 1% project, what do I have to do to achieve that project, and what holds me back. And it gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it gives you plenty, I think more than a week. And then again, you have your weekly review. So you have several pages to write down your 1% projects. This is for people who have a hard time saying no. And that's basically the exercise it gives you. Today I will practice saying no. Cross out every no that you've said or written to someone today. I guess this is supposed to work as an encouragement if you have a hard time saying no. And then you write it down. How often did I say no? And it gives you this space. I would use it to write down how I felt saying no. Basically, it just gives you this blank space to write down whatever you want in here. I also love this one. If you struggle with cleaning your house or the space where you live, so you basically do like a sketch of the place you live. And after you've finished cleaning or do whatever you have to do in each area, you just mark it. And you can add more rooms if necessary. So you have the kitchen, corridor, bath, bedroom, living room. This one is about getting out of your comfort zone. So you take notes of all ideas that might challenge you. So this is your comfort zone, and over here you take a note of the things that represent a challenge for you, and this is where the magic happens. And then you tackle one, I guess, each day, each week, each month, however you want to do it. And you write down, my challenge for today is this, this, and this. Why do I feel better once I've managed to cross out my limits? Where will this experience help me in the future? What prevents me from daring to accept this challenge? How can this challenge be specifically implemented? And you list various ideas like mini, medium, and big. This is the one I implemented in my goal journal. So basically, this helps you kind of really look into your goals and how you can make them more achievable. So you write my something goal. It could be professional, health, private, financial, whatever it is you want to achieve. And then you list your ideas loosely in here. And then you get it SMART, SMART. How does this goal get more specific, more measurable, more attractive, more realistic? How can I plan its timing? Maybe, and this happens to me, you have this goal, but you're not being specific enough to make it achievable and to make sure you work every day towards that goal. So the idea with these questions is to nail down the steps you need to take to get to that place. This one, I already use it, but in case you're not familiar with it, the Pomodoro method, I think it's a method. Basically, you divide your task in 25-minute chunks so that you can really concentrate during those 25 minutes and then you rest for 5 minutes. So here you write your most important tasks and how many Pomodoros it took to get it done. Could be something to implement in a bullet journal. I do it, but in a different way. But yeah, here's an idea that you may find useful. And finally, saving. This is a big one for me. And I love this layout. So here it gives you the prompt, keep saving until you're rich. How did I not spend today? So you write down the kind of your saving moments. If, for example, if I have the habit of buying every single day a cup of coffee, maybe I try to cut it down to one day I do it, one day I don't. And I would write down, today I did not buy a cup of coffee, and maybe today I did not eat outside. Maybe today I cooked dinner, and you write down how much you saved with those decisions. Then I guess this is mostly motivational, because then whatever you saved during the day, you multiply it by the days of the year. And this would give you an idea of how much you would save in a single year if you cut down those expenses every single day. I thought it was a very clever idea to kind of put into perspective how much we can actually save if we cut those little expenses. And then it says, from those savings, I could buy such and such. Of all the money that I don't really have to spend, I will put aside 10%, 20%, 25%, 50%, and it gives you some space for notes. And again, it gives you several pages to try out this exercise. And again, at the end, it gives you more pages. If you want to develop the habit of daily journaling, so you can start with the habit of writing 1 line per day, or maybe 2 lines per day. So baby steps. If journaling is something you want to do more often, or maybe develop as a habit. Then you have several blank pages for notes, or maybe to continue with the exercise of the lines per day. But yeah, that's basically it. Those are the exercises that I thought could be very useful for bullet journaling, for planning, or just self-improvement overall. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. And I hope this video was useful for you. If you know of any other methods that work for you and that you would recommend, please do so. I love to hear from you. I love to hear new ideas, new things to try out. And if you would like me to go more into detail about one of the specific methods in here, let me know in the comment section below. So that's it for today, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.